you the kind of person who likes to eat organic foods and keep your body pure, like it's your temple and all that? And yet you also like to have fun? This story might be very upsetting to you then. In a new study by the U.S. Public Interest Research Group, who consider themselves an advocate for the public interest, they found glyphosate in 19 out of 20 wine and beer brands that they tested, including gasp organic brands. Glyphosate is the active ingredient in stuff like Monsanto's Roundup weed killer, which some studies have linked to cancer. The wine brands that tested positive for this poison include Sutter Home, Behringer, Barefoot, and Fry Organic. Some of the beers that had it were Coors Light, Miller Lite, Sam Adams, and Corona Extra. I guess the extra means an extra dose of carcinogens. Who knew? Anyway, the amounts they found were actually far below the safety limits for glyphosate set by the EPA, as a spokesperson from Monsanto's parent company Bayer was quick to point out. They actually did the math to report that a person would have to drink more than 300 gallons of cheap wine every day for their entire life to reach the EPA's exposure limit, which is equal to more than a bottle of wine every minute for life without sleeping, which would be pretty impressive even for a lush like me. They also pointed out that even though the EPA has put a limit on how much glyphosate a human should intake, they don't consider it a carcinogen, despite what some studies might have found, and despite the fact that the World Health Organization says, yeah, no, it's probably a carcinogen. The question is still up in the air, they insist. But none of that really matters to me. Not really. That's not why I'm bringing up the story. No. I'm bringing this up because I think it's hilarious that this study is trying to stir up outrage about there being poison in your poison. They're trying to say you should be upset to know that your alcohol is bad for you. That's what alcohol is supposed to be. If you're looking for an elixir from the gods that will enhance your holy temple of a body, then Sam Adams ain't it. Sutter Homes ain't it. No, store-bought alcohol is something that is good for you, or your temple, folks. Sorry, alcohol is bad for you. That's the point of it. So the only thing really poisonous about this story, if you ask me, is the outrage it's trying to stir up. And that's my spin on it.